間のお礼です。つまらないものですけど。
あ、気を使わせてしまってすみません。
いいえ、こちらこそ。また来てもいいですか？
もちろんです。
Tell me why. Yo, this was the best episode of Dream Boy is a Realist yet. Like, our boy Sacho, yo, he got himself a girl. Like, let's effing go. Like, okay, say what you will about, like, Natsukawa. For me, she does nothing for me. The character, her portrayal, the way that our boy Sajo was endlessly going after her, and then after his awakening, right? I think that all of it has just been, you know, swapped and switched and everything else, right? So like, really, this episode was amazing. We got to see him in his element, working part-time, you know, at a bookstore. He saves a kid. He meets her older sister. He naturally has easy flowing conversation. He's taken aback by her beauty, matureness, her not elegance, but like the way that she kind of portrays herself. He's just taken aback by everything that this girl is exuding. She comes after, so she chases a little bit, right? She doesn't have to come. The thank you that she gave to him was enough, but she made it like a point to come out of her way to visit boy at work once again, working, thanking him, giving him a little like dolphin handkerchief, which shows us that she's not exactly like, even if she's in college, she's not exactly like, you know, really up there from maturity, rise in age. So she can kind of bring herself more down to his level, right? So you have all of that. And then on top of everything else, guys, the juice, the tea. The little boy's name is Kato Sasaki, and her name is Sasaki, right? You know what else? You know who else's name is Sasaki? The most popular boy in his class, the soccer dude who plays or who's going to be, you know, who's going after Natsukawa. So I think our boy just met and wooed his older sister. Yo, what? That would be like, I know. The show is about Sajo chasing Natsukawa and their, you know, imminent romance that may come and bud. But what kind of story would it be if our bro just casually, you know, went out on a date with the dude going after the girl that he liked, and he just casually like, yo, your older sister though, you know, you kind of fine. Imagine. And then if he could pull that, right? So the other thing too that made me so excited, look at like my cheeks hurt from smiling so much. The other thing is he was straight up with her too. He was like, oh, you know, you do it on campus, blah blah blah. So she let him know like, oh, I go to an all girls you know, university or college or whatever, all girls school. And then he brought up, you know, very upfront, not really thinking more of it, but very casually, right? They're conversating back and forth. He brought up, he's like, oh, I actually go to X and X high school. This girl didn't mention anything. She didn't say, oh, my little brother goes there. She was like, oh, yeah, that campus is, maybe she went there at some point. I don't know the whole story, right? What she did tell us was she's been very sheltered by her family, very protected, right? Especially she has two younger brothers. They're very, very protective of her family. So, you know, whatever, right? But all she said was like, oh, yeah, the high school's spacious, blah, blah. So she did him mentioning the high school, and I swear, him mentioning the high school and the fact that her potentially, I don't know for sure yet. I'm putting two and two together. But let's say her little brother goes there and she didn't mention that shit either. Like the fact that he mentioned that and she was still like, yo, can I come back and talk to you again? He's like, yeah. She's like, ooh, blush. I was like, yo, let's go. I'm about to do fist pumps over here, right? Anyways, I think this was the best episode of Dream Boy is a Realist yet, and it had nothing to do with Natsukawa, right? Now, they did share a moment in the show. They shared a moment where he had like, you know, his hair had gotten messed up by Sagawa Ichinose. I don't know what the hell her name is, but the discipline committee girls. You know, they had ruffled his hair or whatever. So Natsukawa did go out of her way naturally and fix his hair and stuff. And some students were like, oh, would you look at that? Look how close they are, blah, 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 right? And he was just like, yo, do I gotta pay you? And she ran away. So I thought that was a cute little moment for them. But overall, I like how he's backing off Natsukawa. And I think if the show did pivot towards him, you know, maybe like catering to this girl that he's vibing with, I think that would be so cool. Now, again, I know it's not gonna happen, right? I'm never gonna get something like that. But if it did, oh my god, I would be like, yo, this show just did a 180 twist, and it just turned into like this rom-com of him casually dating this other girl. Maybe it's just a summer fling. I don't know, but I would love for this to be explored. Like for his summer break, that he just dates this girl. Like I think that would be so cool. And if anything, that could be turned into more fuel because again, you know, when you want something you can't have, you want it even more. So in Natsukawa's case, you know, that his value level could go all the way up. So I don't know. I think that this episode killed it. It crushed it. I know it's gonna end up crushing my dreams with my wants from what happens next with it. But regardless, just based on what I got, I think this episode was real good, and I really enjoyed it quite a bit. And yo, that Sasaki girl, like yo, she fine. So yeah, all wins here. So Dream Boy is a Realist, episode number what was this? Episode number 6. Fantastic. 9 out of 10. Easy. I'm only not giving it a 10 out of 10 at this specific episode. Because I guess if I would really, really try, I probably could nitpick 1 or 2 things. I don't think it was a perfect episode, but if I could, I would just be like, yo, 10 out of 10. I guess I can. Yeah, 10 out of 10, but not imperfect 10 out of 10. So I'll just go back to my 9 out of 10. But anyways, I'm getting hyped and excited. I love this episode. I thought it was great. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. My friends, I'm going to see you guys next week for episode 7. Yo, I can't wait to see if this summer fling becomes real, baby.